Todo el que ha vivido aquí es víctima de alguna tragedia. Como su hija hace un año.
Mi hija era toda mi vida. Por oír de nuevo su voz, daría todo lo que tengo.
Hi, Haris. I'm Carlos from Cartelera. How are you?
Nice to meet you, Carlos. I'm very well. Hope you are too.
Yes, me too. Congratulations on A Haunting in Venice. I have to say that I really love the cinematography in this one. Also, with all the Halloween stuff and the spooky vibes, I really loved it. But, you did as well the cinematography of the Orient Express and Death on the Nile. So, how is this one different from the other two in terms of your cinematography?
It's a very different film. Thank you for the compliments. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I think we wanted to be a little more intimate on this. That we really had one palazzo, this one house, and we wanted to bring a lot of elements to that. And the actual palazzo had to have a character of its own. So I think we did away with cranes and excessive kind of movement, and did things that were really quite simple. And we changed our framing quite a lot. We shot in 1:8:5 to 1 aspect ratio instead of the 2:4:0 kind of widescreen. And that's something we kind of experimented with on Belfast, where you have a face in one side of the frame, but it still gives room to let the space do something, or the weather do something. So there were corners of the room with rain and lightning that all helped that kind of eeriness in a way. And the other thing, I think, is the level of darkness. We went into very dark moments in the previous Poirot films, but one was set in white snow and the other in the deserts of Egypt. But the kind of beautiful production design by J.P. Kelly, we just wanted to also include that kind of darkness, and the lighting was true to the period in terms of candles and practical lighting, and at a very, very, very low level. Our camera saw pretty much a little bit more than what the eyes saw, so it was a very dark set. So the actors felt as if they were in a very kind of haunted and dark place.
Yeah.
So that was the experiment. I showed Kenneth some photographs by a very, very young photographer, Joaquin Mola, and he takes street photography and he makes it really extraordinary. Really young, he's in his 20s, but I saw something there, and it's not that, and a young photographer like that should get the nod for something like inspiring us in that respect. But we did not rely on a lot of VFX. We had beautiful VFX by Artemis, our VFX supervisor, and she did very subtle, absolutely stunning work. But we worked in tandem and created a lot of in-camera effects at all times. And I think that's the other thing that's a bit slightly different with this film, in that you were there, you were really there, and so our cinematography was about just being there.
Yeah. I was there, terrifying. But my second question, you also have worked with Kenneth Branagh out of this Agatha Christie universe, from Thor to Belfast. So I wanted to ask you, how is your relationship with him after so many years of working together?
I think we both look at things with enthusiasm and with a fresh eye every time. I believe we take nothing for granted. Either the story, the script, our ability, or the importance of things. So we always start, even after 9 films, we start the professional relationship from the beginning. How do we discover this story? What can we add to it? What can we bring to it? How can we best interpret it? And I think that's the key, in a way. is to in some respects that keeps it playful and joyful and keeps a kind of discovery to it, so yes, we definitely did things differently on this, and very differently on Belfast, and very differently on Death on the Nile previously. So it's like the last three encounters were as if we started from the beginning each time.
Si alguien quiere manifestarse, estamos aquí.